Hey.
Hello. So I was just saying to everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I've just got my big clock in the background. um, yeah, this is my first official online class, so hopefully technology will be on our side from now on. I can't see you all very well, so just take good care of your body, do what feels good, don't push yourself too much. So if anything starts to hurt, absolutely just stop and go into child's pose, which we will learn very soon. We're going to do a 45-minute class now, so we're a little bit over time to start. But this is our beginners level, so I know for a lot of you this is your first class, so it's going to be nice and simple just to get going, and I'm going to keep doing it every single week, so if you're around, please join again. It will increase in difficulty, will build up what we're doing. So yeah, thank you, welcome. I'm going to put you like this and let me know if you, hopefully you should be able, let me know, can you see my head?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work to figure that out. Okay, so let's get going. If you're going to use my Spotify playlist, now is a good time to press play. I'll tell you at the end to just switch to the last track, but for now, just let it flow through. We're going to start cross legs. So, oh, I need to mute you all. That's good stuff. Let me mute you all. Oh, and can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I'm just going to mute you. Oh, I've just.
Okay.
How do I mute you all? Manage participants, mute all.
Maybe we.
There we go. Good. Okay. So we're going to start with our legs nicely crossed. Find a comfortable position. So the main priority here is that we've got a really long spine, the top of your head reaching up to the ceiling. Engage your core slightly and drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Okay, take some nice deep breaths. You can close your eyes gently and just allow yourself to arrive here today, slowing down your breath, filling your body with air and releasing everything as you exhale. We're going to place our right hand on our chest and our left hand on our lower belly. So really feel as you inhale your body expanding and pressing against your palms. And as you exhale, softening away from your hands. Really releasing and letting go any tension. And as you inhale, filling your body with possibilities. We're going to stay here just for a few moments. So really enjoy this deep belly breath. Breathing all the way to the base of your belly. Just a few more, just like this. Really enjoy this moment of stillness. Appreciate that you're giving yourself this time today. And gently release your hands to your knees. Blink your eyes open and keep that deep breath going. We're going to keep that throughout our whole practice, so really slowing our body down. This time as you inhale, draw your shoulders up to your ears, and as you exhale, allow them to melt down your back, dropping away from you. And again, inhale, ears and shoulders squeeze together. Exhale, soften down. Last time, inhale, the biggest squeeze that you can. Exhale, softening down. Lovely. This time we're going to inhale and reach our arms all the way up to the sky. Palms meet. Gaze towards your thumbs. And exhale your arms down to heart center. Lovely. Walk your fingers forward. Allow yourself to just fold over your legs. The Noticing that your neck and your head is relaxed. Really releasing over. Keep that deep, deep breath. It's staying forward. Just relaxing here. One more deep breath. And on your next inhale, we're going to walk our fingertips over to the right hand side. Place your left hand on top of your right and really breathe into that side. You've got a lovely open banana in your ribs. Enjoy this opening. Really keeping that belly breath. And walk your fingertips all the way to the other side, all the way to the left hand. Right comes on top of your left, and really breathe into your ribs as well. Notice how as you inhale, you're really stretching those intercostal muscles between your ribs. Using our breath to open our body even more. One more breath here. And walk your fingertips back to the center. Notice any extra length that you can feel. And walk your hands up so we're nice and tall here. Lovely. Good. We're going to breathe our hands up to the sky again. Big breath. And exhale your left hand to your right knee. Your right hand comes behind you and send our gaze back. So keep looking behind you in this lovely long twist. Your spine is reaching tall. Your head's up to the ceiling. Keep here. Enjoy this opening. Lovely. And inhale yourself back to center. Hands above your head. And exhale your right hand to your left knee. Left arm behind you. And send that gaze all the way back. Using your hands to really help you twist open. One more breath here. And inhale back to center. We're going to flow with this twist. So just allow yourself an exhale. Soften those shoulders away from your ears. Lovely. Inhale, reach that tiny bit more. And exhale, twisting to the right. Let it all out. And inhale yourself back to center. Exhale, twisting to the left. And inhale back to center. Let's keep going with these two movements, following your own breath pattern. So as you exhale, gaze behind you. And as you inhale, returning to our fullest height in the center. Lovely. Keep that breath deep and long. One more to each side. Good. And we're going to meet back in the middle once you're even, so arms come above your head. And hands down to heart center. Now, taking your hands to your knees, we're going to take an inhale and we're going to open our chest to the front. So squeeze your shoulder blades together and send your gaze up. As you exhale, create a big C curve in your spine. I'm just going to turn so you can see. So it's a big, juicy C curve. Drop your chin to your chest. And reverse. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open your chest. And exhale, reverse. Big, deep C curve. And keep going with these two movements. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders together. Exhale, reverse. Lovely. Using that extra tilt in your pelvis if you can to really maximize this movement and using that breath. Lovely. Last set. So once you've done your final big curve, Draw yourself back to center. Notice if you feel any taller. Let's take one more squeeze in. Inhale, squeeze those shoulders up. Exhale them down. Let everything go. Lovely. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. So finding a really strong position. You've got a right angle here in your shoulder and a right angle in your hips, a right angle in your knees. Check in that you've spread your fingers really wide to protect your wrists. And again, we've got this real long length from your tailbone all the way out the top of your head. Using exactly the same movement that we just did, we take an inhale. We're going to open our chest and tip our pelvis and get this lovely curve here. Exhale, draw yourself up into a C curve. Let's keep that going. Inhale, send your belly button down, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, reverse that, find this big juicy curve. Keep your neck and head in line. So as you squeeze and open, you lift your gaze up. And as you reverse, tucking that chin into your chest. Keep going with your own breath. Mobilizing your spine, ironing out any cracks that you've got going on. Just lubricating your body here. Lovely. And finding yourself back in your neutral position. We're going to take our first child's pose of the practice. So separating your knees just a little bit more. We're going to sit our bottom back onto our heels and walk our fingers forwards, relaxing your forehead down onto the mat. Really breathe deeply while you're here. This is our rest pose, our place to really release our body. So if at any time throughout any yoga class, you need to just let your body have a moment, this is the pose to come to. Really enjoy the feel of your breath against your legs so you can feel your belly filling and emptying. Heavy pelvis. One more breath here. And coming back onto all fours. Find that real length again. We're just going to engage our core. So tucking our toes under, we're going to hover our knees. So as if you just put a 10-pound note underneath. So let's just hover our knees, checking that your belly is really drawing in. And we're pressing down in our hands, warming up our core for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those knees, untuck your toes. You can give them a little tap to release them. Lovely. This time, walking our hands forward. So leave your bottom in the air, very elegant, I know. Walk your fingers forward and allow your chest to sink down. You can place your forehead onto the mat, or for extra stretch, you can place your chin. So we're really opening our spine. This is our melting heart pose. So really envision your heart melting down onto the floor. Lovely. Enjoy that curve in your spine. Beautiful. Keep breathing. One more breath here. And walking your hands back up onto all fours. Return to face you so you can see. So we've got this really nice length here in our body. Inhale your right fingertips to the sky and twist open. As you exhale, we're going to feed through that gap under your armpit. And inhale, reaching up to the sky. Just flowing here. Exhale, feeding through. See if you can reach a tiny bit further. And again, inhale, reach those fingers up to the sky. Exhale, feeding through. This time, allow your shoulder to soften onto the ground. You can keep your left hand here, or you can extend it. So we're in our threaded needle pose. Your bottom is still up in the air. Good, lovely. Just breathe into this posture, allowing our body to twist and open. Breathe into that space between your shoulder blades. Really easing open today. And on your next inhale, pressing into your left hand, we're going to send our right fingertips back up to the sky. Inhale them up and exhale them down into the floor. Good. Inhaling your left fingertips to the sky, opening the opposite way. Exhale, feeding them through the gap. And inhale, reaching up. Open your chest as much as you can. Exhale, reach through that tiny bit more. And inhale, up to the sky. Last time, we exhale, softening that shoulder down into the ground. Soften your head, and you have the option to extend your top arm. Really breathing into your back. Checking in that your face is really relaxed. Relax that jaw. Lovely. Keep that breath strong and steady. And on your next inhale, draw that right arm back under your shoulder, press down and open your left fingertips to the sky and back onto our all fours position. Lovely. We're going to tuck our toes and take our first downward facing dog. So the main thing that we're going to think about is tilting in our pelvis. So I'm just going to show you, we're going to lift our pelvis up to the sky. You can keep your knees bent if this feels comfortable, or you can press your heels down into the mat. So the main thing is having length going all the way down to your hands and all the way down to your heels. Okay, let's take that position. I'm just going to come closer so I can see you in the camera. So send your hips up to the sky. Beautiful. Lovely. And your gaze is looking up to your belly button, so your head's really in line. Checking that your shoulders are away from your ears and your fingers are spread wide. Lovely. We're going to take some pads through the feet. So just walk through your feet, easing open your calf muscles and the backs of your legs. So we're just going to pass through like we're a cat, just using movement to open our body. Lovely. One more breath, just like this. Finding some stillness. Really think about sending your sit bones up to the sky. And in your next inhale, lifting up onto your toes, into your hands, walk your feet towards your hands. So we're hanging over heavy. Checking that your neck is really relaxed. So take a little nod of your head and a little shake. Make sure that it's really, really soft, that your body feels like it's melting open. Gooey chocolate in our body. On your next inhale, slowly start to stack your spine. We're going to roll all the way up to standing. Vertebrae by vertebrae building on top of each other. Your head is the last thing to arrive. Lovely, really nice, everybody. Good, so we should feel the tallest that we've felt all day. Look down at your feet. We're going to press our big toes together and our heels are slightly apart. Okay, draw your legs up towards your core, draw your kneecaps up and engage your center. So we're sucking our belly button into our spine. Inhale your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale them down. Lovely, your palms facing me. I'm going to check what this says. Okay, can you all still hear me? You're all okay? Perfect, good. Okay, let's do that one more time. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale, soften them down. Lovely. Okay, we're going to take our first sun salutation A of the day. So this is also called Surya Namaskara A. We're going to do it nice and slowly to begin with and then work up to one breath in each pose for our third round. So let's take our first inhale, palms meet and they reach up to the sky. Your gaze is to your thumbs. Keep that deep breath going. We're opening in our chest and really lengthening, so you can see here I'm lengthening up and back slightly. On your next exhale, fold yourself forwards over your legs. Again, we're hanging heavy. Have a softness in your knees if it feels good, or feel free to straighten if that also feels good. Just enjoy this for one more breath. On your next inhale, place your hands into your shins and inhale, lengthen to your spine. Imagine that I can place a cup of tea on your back at all parts. So I want you to have a flat spine. Lovely. Keep breathing here. Engage that core, supporting your spine. And as you exhale, folding over once more. Head. Place your hands into the mat and we're going to step back into our high plank. Feel really strong here. Let's take a few breaths as we did before in every other position. Floating above our arms. Good. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You have the option now to lower your knees. I'm going to demonstrate with my knees lowered. And we're going to lower all the way onto our belly. Good. Lying flat. So keep those hands pressing under your shoulders. We're going to inhale and lengthen our spine so much that we lift off slightly. So your ribs will just lift off slightly. And exhale yourself down. Now pressing into your hands, we're going to find ourselves back in our downward facing dog. We know this already, so press back and lift that pelvis to the sky. Breathe into your hands, breathe into your feet. Enjoy this lengthening here. Check in that your head and neck are still relaxed. Gaze towards your belly button. Fingertips spread apart from each other to protect your wrists. And on your next inhale, lifting up onto your toes, gaze between your hands, walk your feet towards your hands, hanging over heavy. Hands come to your shins. Inhale and lengthen that spine, balance your cup of tea once again. Soften down and roll up, just like we did before, stacking your spine. Until you find yourself even taller than you were before. Lovely. Inhale your shoulders up. This time we're going to side them down. Good. Palms facing towards me. Check in with your feet. Are your big toes touching and your heels slightly apart? Draw your legs up and draw your core in. Let's do that again a little bit quicker this time. So inhale, palms meet above your head. And exhale, folding over. So heavy head, aiming to really hang over your pelvis, like you're a wet towel that's hanging over a banister. So hang really heavy here. Palms of your hands come into your shins and we inhale, balancing that cup of tea on your back. Lovely. Exhale, soften down, place your hands into the mat. Step back into your plank. We're not going to hold this one, don't worry. So you have the option to drop your knees or keep your knees hovered and lower all the way down. Slowly, slowly, to lie flat on the mat. Untuck your toes, keep your hands where they are. Inhale, lift your chest, your spine lengthens so much that you really hover your chest off. Exhale yourself down. Press into the mat and we lift up into our downward facing dog. Press back and tilt that pelvis here. Really opening your back body here. Breathe into the places that you feel the stretch. Again, feel free to have a slight bend in your knees if it allows you to tip in your pelvis that bit more. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, lift up onto your toes, gaze between your hands, walk yourself forward. Find that moment of heavy head. Take a little shake if you need to. Press your hands into your shins. Inhale yourself to balance the teacups. Exhale, softening down and rolling up slowly, slowly. Stacking your spine even slower. Lovely. Find your head really growing tall towards the ceiling. Inhale your shoulders up and sigh them down your back. Good. One more time, a tiny bit faster. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, folding over, heavy head, hanging here. Hands come to your shins. Inhale, balance your teacup. Exhale, press your hands into the mat. Find yourself in your high plank. Option to drop your knees or keep them off the ground. Lower yourself all the way down, belly onto the mat. Your hands where they are. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift so much in your spine. If the chest comes off, take your gaze. Exhale yourself down. Tuck your toes and find yourself in your downward facing dog. Really nice, everybody. Well done. Breathing here. Enjoy this opening, this moment of rest. That gaze up to your belly button. Lovely. On your next inhale, we're going to lift our right toes to the sky. So really stretch that leg up towards the ceiling. Yeah, breathing here, opening in your hip. And draw your knee into your nose, placing the foot between your hands. I'm just going to change that. Placing the foot between your hands. Lovely. Inhale, your fingertips to the sky. Soften those shoulders away. Make sure they're away from your ears. Inhale, reach up one more time. Exhale, your right hand behind your back. Really lengthen on a diagonal. You've got a lovely long arm from the tips of your fingers all the way to the tips of your back toes. Breathe into the place where you really feel that stretch. Enjoy this opening, long line in your body. And inhale yourself back to center. Hands come down either side of your front foot. Inhale, our chest open. Gaze comes in front of you. Exhale, send your pelvis back and flex your front foot so your toes are pointing up to the ceiling. I'm using my fingertips to help me balance. I'm going to inhale and lengthen my spine. As I exhale, I allow my body to soften over that leg. Just as much as you can allow, really soften forwards over that front leg. Feel that every time you inhale, there's a little lengthen in your body, and every time you exhale, you really soften a tiny bit more. Lovely. On your next inhale, lengthen your spine and shift yourself forwards back into that low lunge. We're going to flow between these two movements. So we have an inhale here, facing forwards, chest open. As we exhale, we shift back into this low forward fold. Then as we inhale, shift forward. Open that front body, lovely, and exhale, send your pelvis back. Relaxing over. And inhale, shifting forwards, following your own breath now. Forwards, and as we exhale, we send back. Lovely. Two more shifts, so coming forwards and opening as you fill your body with air. And as you exhale, releasing over that leg. One last time, inhale yourself back into the low lunge. We'll all meet here. Lovely. Draw those arms up above your head. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale, melt them down. Lovely and free. Good. Inhale, fingertips lengthen. Exhale, we're going to twist to our right. So really opening in your body here. Lovely. Really enjoy this open. Breathing tall. And inhale yourself back to center. Exhale, twisting to your left. Try and keep your shoulders in the same plane so they're both level. Good. Lovely. And inhale back to center. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, back to center. Last time. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back to center. Last one. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to center. Press your hands down either side of your foot. Tuck your back toes and find yourself back in our downward facing dog. So send your pelvis up to the sky. Open that body and enjoy this moment of rest here. Lovely, everybody. Keep that breath really strong and steady. And on your next inhale, lifting those left toes up to the sky, opening in your hip. Breathing deeply. Checking in that your hands are spread wide and supporting you. Draw that knee into your nose and place the foot down between your hands. Lower that back knee. Lovely. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, soften your shoulders away from you. Inhale, fingers lengthen. This time your left arm comes behind your back and we lengthen all the way on that diagonal. Tip of the fingers. Breathe into the place where you feel that stretch. Keep your abdominals engaged to support your spine. And inhale your arms back up to center. Finding real high. Lovely. Hands come down either side of your foot. Inhale and open your chest forward. Exhale, send your pelvis back. We find this lovely long stretch and on the back of our legs. So as we inhale, we feel that lovely lengthen. And as we exhale, we soften over. Holding here for a few more breaths. Really checking that those toes are really flexing up to the sky. We're engaged our legs. And stretching and strengthening at the same time. Few more breaths, just like this. Fulfilling breath. And on your next inhale, we're going to shift ourselves forward and open that chest. Following your own breath pattern, you inhale and you open forward. You exhale and you shift backwards. Inhale, opening your heart, sending the gaze up slightly. And exhale, pressing back. Lovely, everybody. Keep going in this flow. Inhale, open your heart. And exhale, pressing back. Last time, inhale. Let's all meet here with our chest open. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, soften those shoulders down. Inhale, fingertips lengthen. Exhale, twisting to your left. Open in a lovely twist. Breathing here. And on the next inhale, open yourself back to center. Nice lengthen either side and exhale to your right. Lovely. Yeah. Beautiful. And inhale back to center. Exhale to your left. We're going to flow here. Inhale to center. Exhale to your right. And inhale to center. Keep that length in your spine. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to your right. Lovely. Inhale to center. Pressing your hands either side of your foot. Tuck those back toes and send yourself all the way back to your downward facing dog. Opening here. Breathing steady. We know this position looks familiar, so we're going to stay one more breath. Notice any difference in your body. from when we first did this pose at the beginning of our practice. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, lift up onto your toes. Gaze between your hands, walk yourself forward. Again, hanging heavy. Just take a moment here. We're going to take hold of our elbows. So hanging over, elbows being held by your hands. Just allow yourself to release here. Feel your shoulder blades separating. Allow gravity to really open your body. One more breath. And gently allow those arms to release down. Softening your knees and roll up slowly, slowly. Stacking your spine. Finding that height once again. Lovely, really nice. Head up to the sky. Inhale your shoulders up and exhale them down. Good, lovely. Let's take an inhale where we drop our shoulders forward and squeeze them up to our ears. Lovely. Exhale, softening them back and down. Once more. Inhale forwards and up. And exhale back and down. With your elbows this time, making the circles bigger. Inhale up all the way and exhale back and down. One more like this. Inhale up all the way, big circle. Exhale back and down. Last time with your fingertips, biggest circle you can. Inhaling all the way up to the sky. Exhale, drawing that circle back. Let's reverse that. Inhale, fingertips to the back. And up. Good. And exhale, forward and down. With your elbows, inhale, squeeze your elbows together. Back and up. Exhale, forwards and down. And this time, just with your shoulders, inhale, back. And up, exhale, forward and down. One more, just like this. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forwards and down. Now we'll be checking your standing pose here. So this is our Tadasana, our mountain pose. So we have to be as strong as a mountain. Spread your feet wide, draw your legs up and engage your core. Soften those shoulders away from you. Lovely. Let's take an inhale, reach to the sky. Arms together. Exhale, folding forwards. This is all familiar now. Good. Hands come into your shins. Inhale, balance your teacups. And exhale, press your hands into the mat. Just stepping back into downward facing dog now. So really tipping that pelvis and ease open your body. On your next inhale, lifting your right toes to the sky, open that hip. You can fold in that top leg if you'd like to drop your heel to your bum to really open in that top hip. Lovely, one more breath, just like this. Steady breathing. Good, and straightening that leg back in the hip socket. Draw the knee to nose and place your foot in your hands. Keep your knee up at the back. Inhale ourselves into high lunge. Lovely. So really squeeze those inner thighs together to give you some really strong balance here. Take a moment just to feel really balanced. Lovely. Inhale, reach your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, we're going to take a warrior two. Twist on our back foot, so our toes point to the side of the room, our hips point to the side of the room, and our front foot and front knee pointing to the front. So make sure that this front knee isn't dropping in, it's really pressing back as much as you can. Lovely. Check in that this feels okay. If it's a bit rough on your knees, you can have straight legs, maybe shorten your stance. Okay, so let's find our warrior two. Press your arms down. Feel really strong here. And send your gaze over your front arm, your middle finger. Feel really strong. Let's take one deep breath here. Inhale, feel your body. And exhale, press down with those hands. Press down in that front knee. Good. Inhale, reach forward. Rotate your palm to the sky and press back. So we've got a lovely long length all the way down your side. So again, we've got this nice banana stretch. Breathe into those ribs. Taking a moment to open your body. And on your next inhale, opening back up, we're going to build a shelf on our thighs. So we're not sinking down. Again, keeping space between our ear and shoulder. We open our top arm, so we've got a nice long reach from your fingertips all the way down to the side of your foot. Really nice, everybody. Breathe deeply here. Enjoy this length. Press down a little bit more if you can into that front leg, strengthening and lengthening. And on your next inhale, open up back into your warrior two. Feel powerful. And inhale that leg straighten. Turning both feet to the side of the room. We're going to angle our toes slightly in, just taking a simple forward fold. Inhale your arms up to the sky, palms meet. And exhale, just allow your body to hang over in between your legs. You can use a slightly shorter stance and place your hands on your quads if you like to. Really support your body here in this deep forward fold. Hanging heavy. Checking that your neck is relaxed. And soften your knees. Roll your way up. Slowly, slowly stacking your spine. Cartwheel your hands to the front of your mat and find yourself back in your downward facing dog. Back here, we know this position. Feel good here. Release your body. One breath. Good. And on your next inhale, lifting your left toes to the sky. Stretching in your hip, dropping that heel to your bum if you'd like to. Opening there, lovely. And as you inhale, draw that knee into your nose. Place the foot between your hands. And inhale your arms up. We're in a high lunge here. Lovely. Bring everything into your center line. Feel really strong. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, find warrior two on the other side. Again, we're swiveling on that back foot. Our hips are facing the side of the room and our knee is pressing back with our front foot pointing to the front. Arms pressing down, gaze over your front middle finger. Just a couple of breaths here, feeling strong. Taking a moment. And inhale, reach forward. Rotate your palm and open backwards into this lovely reverse warrior. Fingertips all the way down your side, stretching and opening. Keep that breath slow and steady. And on your next inhale, reverse. Build a shelf on our front thigh and open into this lovely opposing side stretch. All the way from the side of your foot to your bending in that front knee if you can. One more breath here. And inhale yourself back to warrior two. Find this real strength. Inhale, stretch both legs. Turn your feet in. Your toes are slightly in. Inhale your arms up to the sky. And exhale, folding over. Heavy release neck. You can use your hands to support you however you need to. Them on your thighs, on your shins, on the floor, whatever feels good. Deep, steady breaths. And softening in your knees, rolling up slowly, slowly. Finding real height. Lovely. Cartwheel your hands back to your downward facing dog. Press those heels back behind you, energy through your hands and through your heels. Yeah, you've got 2 breaths. Really nice. And after you've completed your second breath, we're just going to allow our knees to soften down into the mat, and we're all going to meet sitting on our bums. So make sure, yeah, if you're facing me, that's great. We're going to take a shoelace just to ease open our hips a little bit more. So we're going to aim to stack our knees on top of each other. If this is uncomfortable, you can keep aiming towards there, or you can find yourself back in our easy cross that we did right at the beginning of class. So for a double shoelace, we're going to stack our knees on top of each other. Inhale our arms up to the sky. Let's all do this. And exhale, fold forwards over your knees. So really allow that head to relax. Breathe into the place where you feel that opening. Lovely. Support yourself with your arms. We want minimum strain to be here. So really just imagine your body melting like a bar of chocolate over your legs. And then on your next inhale, gently lift yourself back up. Feeling tall. We're just going to switch legs. So placing the opposite leg on the top. Lovely. Really aiming to stack those knees. Inhale your arms up to the sky. And exhale, folding over. Beautiful. Heavy head. Breathe into that place where you feel the stretch. And on your next inhale, grow yourself tall. Untangle yourself. We're just going to send our legs forward. So flexing your toes up to the sky. Again, inhale your arms up. And exhale, folding over those long legs this time. You can take your hands over your feet, to your shins, to your thighs. Again, we're just supporting our body as much as we can. And soft. Envisioning as you inhale that length and as you exhale that softening down. Next inhale, walk yourself back up your legs. Gently we're going to find ourselves in a lying down position, so just find a place that's comfortable for you. Ideally you want your legs to be slightly wider than your hips, so we're just going to lie flat. Really easing your body now. Give us nice music here. Allow your body to really soften here. Those deep breaths continue. Start to gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing some life back into your body. Maybe take your arms above your head, have a nice big stretch. You're opening one last time. Lovely. And when you feel ready, gently rolling onto your side. And find yourself slowly back to seated, just in a nice cross-legged position. Lovely. We're going to take 3 closing breaths. So gently close your eyes. Allow yourself to arrive here in this seated position. And let's take a big breath all together. Inhale deeply. And sighing it out. And again, inhale deeply. Sighing it out. Final time, big inhale. Sighing everything out. May your days be happy, healthy, and full of love. Thank you.